Here we fucking go. How's it going, everybody?
Hello, Georgie.
Hey,
Hey, buddy.
Welcome to
How's it going?
fucking Thirsty Thursday with the world's fucking greatest alcoholics ever to walk the face.
I'm prepared. I've got my drink this week.
Hey! What a bunch of fucking pissheads, eh? I got my 4X bitter. Tawley. I was inspired by the fucking brewery tour on the weekend.
Yeah, that was a good tour. I definitely recommend that, eh?
Fuck yeah, we had a great time.
Is that why you didn't do the Sunday with Dia? Because you're hungover?
I was fucked, man.
Yeah.
And like, I had James Fox Higgins. I was supposed to do him. And I was supposed to be on his show, and then Deer, and I was just like sending messages like, I can't do it today. I'm just. I didn't spew or anything. I thought it was all good.
Yeah, she posted on Twitter, due to unforeseen circumstances, my live stream with the Dusty Bogan has been cancelled. Like, she should have just written like hangover. Like, yeah, that would have been funny.
The Proud Boys meet was a success, and the fucking 4X brewery is fucking half trashed. Nah. We had a brilliant time, but so fucking let's get into the shit, mate. The YouTube fucking purge. All the shit's gone down.
I'm not. You're not showing up as live, mate.
Yeah, he is.
He is. Yeah.
Channel.
I'm fucking live. It's not up on mine. Anyway, so the thing is, boys, my dreams of becoming a fucking YouTube sensation are going to be crushed because I'm not monetized yet. I'm sure that will never happen at the rate of this fucking YouTube purge.
Join the club.
It's
never going to fucking happen for me.
Well, you don't necessarily need to use super chats to get your own point across and get monetized. Like, so many people use PayPal and Streamlabs and a bunch of other stuff.
PayPal deplatforms people.
Yeah. Well, from what I've seen so far, Streamlabs has been pretty good.
Yeah, they're good.
I haven't seen anyone getting kicked off that I know of. But yeah.
So everyone, this is fucking Lachlan, my mate, Proud Boy. You know the medicine man, the fucking.
Who's that?
You fucking mullet head. And Tim Wills from the Unshackled Line.
Hey.
What's your slogan, Tim?
What? Breaking the chains of control.
Yeah, fuck yeah. We're breaking all the chains tonight.
Oh, fuck.
YouTube is doing its best to shackle people now.
Oh, fuck yeah. We're in the fight for our lives for freedom of speech. William Wallace will be fucking turning in his grave.
So would Lacey. She's for free speech.
Lacey's too fucking hungover to even participate tonight.
She's too busy doing LSD in the gutter somewhere.
She's fucking enjoying life, mate. She don't have time for us losers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She's got. I mean, yeah. I hope she wakes up in time, but we'll see what happens.
So, Tim, tell me who got the fucking boot today.
So I got a notification from Australian Meditations at 6 a.m. that he'd been deleted from YouTube. And then on my way to the studio here, I wanted to check out the Medicine Man's video on Sherman's channel. And so I searched Sherman Burgess on YouTube and nothing turned up. And so, that's how I knew that he was gone as well after he'd been banned from Facebook on the weekend.
Far out, man. I remember when the YouTube purge happened and I was just like, what the fuck? Was it 2 weeks after I interviewed you, Tim, at the fucking Liberty Fest?
The Proud Boys purge?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was around about November. The Twitter ban had already happened. Then the Facebook purge happened.
That was due to like the Proud Boys like bashing some people in like New York or defending themselves or whatever.
Defending themselves.
Was it or
just for defending themselves?
Yeah,
they didn't bash anyone.
So,
But
I'm
yeah,
just-
so
yeah,
what?
I'm not-
What's his name? Sherman Burgess. He's lost his account. And Australian Meditations. Anyone else you know of, Tim?
Not to my knowledge at the moment. Everyone's focusing on that Stephen Crowder got his channel demonetized because this Vox reporter, what was his name again? I'm looking it up here. Where is it?
Well, yeah. So I know the Revenge of the
Carlos Mazza, because Crowder published a video where he was allegedly hurling homophobic comments at this and racist comments at this Vox reporter.
Jesus.
When I first saw that, I thought it was the comedian, like Carlos Mencia or whatever, the Mexican dude. Like, how is he doing all of this? But yeah, no, it's some random reporter.
And what the hell, like, what about me? I'm always talking shit about everyone underneath the sun. There's no one gets off scot-free, you know what I mean?
There's a Norwegian guy who makes survival videos called Thirling Perspective. He had about 250,000 subs. He's just gone. Boom.
And he just made survival videos. Like a
Well,
legend.
no, he kind of attacked a certain tribe, if you know what I mean. Like,
Oh, yeah,
you can't do that. You can't do that with impunity.
Lizard people.
Yeah. Lizard people, yeah. He's too much of a right-wing neo-Nazi, homophobe, Islamophobe.
Jesus. Guess what? Last night I had some dude. He's like, really, sent me a message. It's on the comments of my last video on YouTube, and he's like, really enjoyed your fucking video, mate. And he's like, God bless from Tel Aviv or some shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, God bless Israel. I'll get the exact fucking thing.
Israel Folau. That's it.
Yeah. Hey, if we're gonna go there, let me just bring up this story here, because this is
Where is that? Fuck, I can't even find the message. Some dude named Bruce, and I swear he was like, God bless. He's like, well done from fucking Tel Aviv. And then I was like, God bless Israel, mate. And then now I can't even find that comment on my own
here we
YouTube.
go. This historian, Marie Sophie Hinkst, historian stripped of award for inventing family's Holocaust past, and she fabricated the story of 22 Jewish relatives who supposedly died in the Holocaust. That's from the times.co.uk.
Holy shit.
Ooh,
I went to Anne Frank's house in Amsterdam, eh? You know that,
Hide and
Sheila?
go seek champion. Yeah, she's hide and go seek champion from like 1929 to
and
19.
boy, dude,
better than Carmen San Diego.
Yeah.
You get this shit right in fucking Amsterdam. There's a church right next to Anne Frank's house. You walk in the church and it has Bible quotes, Torah quotes, and quotes from the Quran. And then next door's Anne Frank's house. You go in, you walk through the museum. Right at the end, it's like a shrine to leftist ideals, eh? They had like something about how pastors and priests should be imprisoned if they don't marry gay people. This was in Anne Frank's house. They had all this wild shit. Like, it was just Anne Frank's house, that museum, has been taken over by radical left-wing nutcase, man. It's fucking insane. If you ever get to go there. What the fuck are you doing, Tim? Just fucking bite it off, mate.
Tim Wilms from the Unshackled.
Yeah, this is highly embarrassing. I don't normally buy screw tops, and so like I'm trying to. My drink is trapped.
Tim, what are you drinking, mate? What are you drinking?
It's a premium strawberry lime cider.
Jesus, mate.
Oh,
get into fucking Forex bitter, mate. Get into the real shit. You'll turn into a fucking.
Is anyone noticing in the comments? Nah.
We're all going to say nothing, and all you can hear is the jingling of your fucking keys, mate. It's going to be a half an hour show of you fucking opening this beer.
I'm still, if I'm just sending out links to everyone, and anyone
He's trying to unshackle the cider.
Yesterday I had like 1,000 people fucking viewed my live, eh?
Yeah, that was a good
fucking
stream.
24 watching. That's pretty fucking good. Thanks for watching, everyone. So Stephen Crowder, is he just demonetized? Is that right? He's still got his channel. He's just demonetized. And then you know our friends at Revenge of the Cis, they've been demonetized as well, right?
They got hit.
That is so fucked. Do they even really?
With that, like the positive that comes out of that though, they did get demonetized, but then they got like double the amount of patrons signing up today, and like everyone sharing all of their stuff. So, like, it does suck that they got like it. People want to go and visit and help them out more, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's fucking sick. I have to sign up with that Patreon. And so with Patreon, you can do like $5 a month, hey, just like reoccurring fucking.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Usually they have like tiers.
Mm.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Patreon.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm just sending out all the link to everyone.
Well, I can't believe it, mate. What are we going to do? I mean, like I said, I've got a mate who's made this fucking the slateboard.com, and that's just like it's like an alternative social media, and then he's working on his equivalent to YouTube. So it's like, surely we're going to have more freedom of speech platforms creating fucking alternatives to YouTube now. You know what I mean? Like, we got Telegram, we got MeWe, we got Gab.
Yeah, but they'll get attacked. Once they get big, they'll get attacked.
Yeah. There are some out there, but you just need so many servers and server power and all this sort of stuff to even be able to compete with YouTube, because there's like DLive, there's Bitwave. I think BitChute is coming out with a live setting, but they've all got the glitches and all that sort of stuff, whereas YouTube's been around for ages, so people kind of just go, oh, this isn't as good as YouTube. I'll just jump back over onto YouTube and watch it on there. So, yeah.
And fucking so everyone who gets demonetized, they can still keep that channel. They just can't make money off YouTube? Or do you think they've got the potential of being fully booted?
It's a pretty gray area. From what I've seen, it's like you can get demonetized from like certain videos, and then if you get the videos taken down, then you can get your monetization reinstated. It seems to be like every case is like a different sort of rule or exception or whatever. So
you reckon when my channel goes up for review, which will probably be fucking tomorrow or right now, I think I've got my hours up right now. Like, I could fucking get it under review right now. And they're going to go through it and they'll be like, last night I was talking absolute shit, going fucking mental ballistic on everyone under the sun. Do you know what I mean? Just fucking punch myself in the face while I'm there. But, like, they're going to cry like little babies, aren't they? And be like, that's not fucking good enough, Dusty. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know how the whole kind of thing for seeing if you're suitable for monetization or not is. Like, I guess they might have some rules, like, unless you're spewing like hate speech or like kind of racism shit. I don't know.
What is hate speech?
It works.
What is hate speech?
It's like cunts who are like, people with mullets are fucked. If as soon as you say people with mullets are fucked, that's hate speech, bro.
Well, that's ridiculous. Because
Look at your fucking head. Look at your head, bro.
Well, it's true.
You have the fucking sickest mullet, bro. You need to trim the front of that fucker, eh?
Yeah.
Go full mullet, bro.
Yeah.
Full Trent.
Full Trent, bro. You're like half Trent now.
The actual definition for hate speech is if you're advocating violence against a certain group of people, or if there's something else if you're advocating violence to like an individual. But the term hate speech has become so widespread now that like if you get offended by something, it's classed as hate speech. So
well,
yeah,
I actually just found out that they've broadened that to if you deny that a historical event took place, that can be defined as hate. I mean, really? Not even questioning that sort of thing.
So, like the Turkish Prime Minister, he's hate speech all over.
Well, yeah, because he denies the Armenian genocide. So I mean,
he fucking hates them.
Well, so does that dude from the Young Turks. So he should get demonetized.
So he doesn't believe the Armenian genocide happened either.
No, and his things called the Young Turks, which were like, I think part of the army or something like that to do with the Armenian genocide. There was one. I'm just going to Google it real quick. There was one like hate speech thing that popped up today.
So what about last night's State of Origin, how the few Aboriginal dudes didn't sing the national anthem? What do you reckon about that?
I didn't even see it.
Yeah, it was like a big thing. They were like, I'm not fucking singing the national anthem.
Well, at least they didn't go down on one knee.
Yeah. If we're going to defend Israel for Lao's right to practice his religion, then we've also got to defend these Indigenous players' rights not to sing the national anthem. It's lame.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Like, it's like I don't understand why you wouldn't sing the national anthem, but like if it's like your choice not to, so and there's no laws that you have to stand up there with your hand on your chest singing the national anthem. So yeah,
at least they didn't take.
It's a dumb decision, but yeah.
So what do you reckon about Thurston came out and did we want to thank the traditional landowners? Did you see that bit?
Yeah, that's everywhere now.
I kind of thought it was nice. Like I'm telling you, when I did my youth group, a lot of my boys were Aboriginal, right? And I took some Aboriginal lads with me to Reclaim Australia rallies and all this. And I'd bring them to my house for Australia Day and I'd be like, you can bring your Aboriginal flags, boys. It's all good, eh? We're celebrating together. And I could tell there was a little bit of hurt there with my Aboriginal mates. You know what I mean? And I'd try to just talk to them about it and be like, bro, we've got to be fucking united. Don't be sucked into this victim mentality. Don't be fucking tricked by it.
Reclaim Australia.
It's the same thing with the gay people. I don't fucking hate gay people. I don't give a fuck what they do. I mean, it's just a matter of
Can I make a point?
Don't be a victim. Don't get sucked into the victim mentality. Be funny. Joke around. Be happy.
Is it any coincidence that this YouTube purge happens during Pride Month, where gay rights is being championed, and the YouTube crankdown is beginning simultaneously with the Pride?
Did you see the Christian dude who got fucking arrested today in Toronto?
Okay, just ignore that question.
No. This is fucking. It was the first day of Pride Month, and he's always on the street. He's always out evangelizing, and then they've arrested him because they were like, don't you know it's the first day of Pride Month? And he's like, oh, I'm just a street evangelist. I do this fucking every day, pretty much.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then he got fully arrested.
I think that was Sherman's last video he ever uploaded to YouTube, potentially, because I don't think he's coming back. It was someone preaching on a street at a university, and there was just these vile girls that were saying, I smoke weed, I have premarital sex, I get drunk every night. Who the hell are you to tell us how to run our lives? Get off our university. And this guy's just a soldier of Christ, bro, just standing there taking the heat like this. Just nothing but vile, young, brainwashed teenage bitches. Oh, he was. He probably wasn't enjoying. He probably enjoyed the attention, but as far as the abuse he was copying,
it's pretty addictive doing that shit. I did it for 2 years in Queen Street Mall in Brisbane.
But did you almost get assaulted?
Yeah, we had a gay dude come up. There was this old 80s, had like a fucking build, like a sign, and it had some shit on there about the 10 Commandments. And this gay dude came up and like fucking ripped his sign and smashed it down. And the old man's like, "What are you doing, mate?" The gay dude like grabbed him by the shirt and was about to punch him. Yeah. But all the evangelists I were with, a few of them were like ex-cons, like they were just fucking rigged. And they just went like to like, you know what I mean? It all fucking came back to him, and it was like it was kind of on. Yeah. And then it was like the gay dude was with all these heavy metal. It was like they came from some heavy metal club or fucking gig. Yeah. And like the gay dude's there, and then all the metal dudes, and then once we sort of like fronted up and was like, "What the like, fuck off, guys! Like, can't touch his sign. This guy's 80 years old." And then they chilled, calmed down. We ended up having a good laugh and chat with them, eh? And we were like chatting for like an hour and a half, and like it all kind of. I think they even threw beer bottles at us, bro. Because when we were running over, they were pegging beer bottles, and it's like. Psh, psh,
but what made them
smashing?
What made you turn them around? Like, how did they become reasonable? Like, what was the turning point?
I think the gay dude, he thought he was real buff and shit, right? And he was like, "Oh, fucking smash this cunt." I'm like, "Right, well, how about we have a push-up competition, and if I beat you, you got to fucking stand here and listen to us and we'll have a conversation." He's like, "Yeah, I'll fucking smash you." And they're all like, yeah, he's a fucking boxer or something. He does heaps of push-ups. Like, rightio, cunt, let's do it. And I beat that gay cunt in a push-up competition. So nice. But he didn't know I was in the gym a lot back then. I used to smash the push-ups like nothing. So I was like, I got this.
Those two words together.
Well done.
Nah, but it was all good. And then the gay dude was like, it's all right. We were just like, and I was like, see, and we were. By the end, we're like hugging and joking and laughing. It was like a major fucking turnaround.
Yeah.
I guess when we started, we probably should have said that we're all pro-Israel. We love the state of Israel. We love Pride Month. I love lawyers and I love bankers as well. So. Just
White Aussie, help me out, White Aussie.
we'll tag that to the YouTube.
You have to make it's like you have to have that statement every time you do a video now on YouTube, bro.
Diversity is our strength.
That's what you have to say. You don't say.
I pledge allegiance to the Star of David.
You have to say, man. You'd be like, every fucking freako minority group out there. I'm fucking in love with them. Even if there's like a child sacrificing religion, they're all good.
Yeah, it's 2019.
I love fucking everyone. If someone's trying to like break into my house and murder me, I fucking love them too. It's all good, mate.
In Melbourne, we call it a cultural enrichment visitation.
Oh, fuck yeah. Imagine 20 African cunts trying to rob all your shit and you're just like, hey, go on, boys.
Come on in.
They probably don't have a TV at their house, so...
Oh.
Hey, some cunt's going to get a fucking arrow straight through their chest one day who breaks into someone's house. It's going to happen,
naming names at all.
Damn.
I had one dude, right, when I had housemates. I had housemates living with me. This Sheila was living downstairs, and I hear fucking bang, bang on the door, and I'm like, oh, no, my wife woke up. She's like, someone's fucking downstairs around the front door. I'm like, oh, no, it's nothing. No, there it is again. And so I look out the window. I'm like, oh, there's some dude down there. I'm like, right, fucking go down there. And then I, like, fucking march down. I'm ready to run and crash tackle this cunt, right?
What was he doing wrong?
I was just like, because it was like 3 a.m, man, and someone's playing around with my fucking front door, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, right, this cunt's going down. I'm going to fucking crash tackle him, like ready to run and tackle this dude. And he was walking away. He couldn't see me. And I turned around, and there's a big bunch of flowers for the Sheila who fucking lived downstairs. And it was like tomorrow, that morning was like Valentine's Day. And I was like, this cunt is so fucking lucky I turned around, because he was just about to get crash tackled. It's so funny. And then in the morning, I texted them. I was like, "Hey, bro, you were about fucking 8 meters away from a fucking mean fucking spear." You know what I mean? Man,
real tough guy, Dusty. Real tough guy.
And I fucking seen the flowers, and I was just like, "Oh fuck, I'm so lucky that didn't happen." You know what I mean?
were living in the beautiful area of Zilmia a few years ago, which is pretty much like, I don't know what to compare it to for other countries or whatever, kind of like Detroit.
Is it a shithole?
Yeah, it's a shithole.
It's like Brisbane. Brisbane.
Yeah, there's a few shitholes in Brisbane. Let's face it.
Yeah. But yeah, the amount of times that we've got a Great Dane Mastiff cross in our back garden. So the amount of times he's scared off people that have tried to break into our house is pretty amazing. As well as him barking, I used to jump up out of bed and just be me and my machete running out, looking over the fence while he's barking, being like, "Who's out there? What are you doing?" Because yeah, no doubt if we didn't have that, if we didn't have him there, we would have been broken into.
Have you seen these? Have you seen these pictures? I don't know if it's true. It's like someone's fucking printed out a thing, and it's like, please walk your dog on your leash. Muslims live in this area, and they don't like dogs. Have you seen that meme on Facebook?
There was a fake flyer that was sent around the Dandenong area, which said to be from the council, and it had all these instructions to not offend like Muslims.
Yeah.
And it was like, it had like stuff like like gays shouldn't like kiss or hold hands in public. That's how you knew it was fake.
I stayed in Dandenong for work a few years ago, and it was just like non-stop crime. Like, I would look out the hotel we were staying at. It was like decent, but it was in the shittest area. And I was staying there with a mate of mine who also worked for the same company, and he's like, "I think a car's getting robbed out there." And just like looking out the balcony, and there's like people trying to break into the cars, and just like violence, drugs. It's a great place. I definitely recommend visiting Dandenong in Melbourne.
Was it all Africans or what? Nah.
No. A lot of Indians live in Dandenong, and they are some of the biggest victims of crime. There was a story earlier this week that international students are targeted by crime gangs, because it's assumed that because they're in Australia, they've got a lot of money, and they're vulnerable. So it's crime in Melbourne doesn't discriminate.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon here's a trick, but if you ever get confronted, like say you're walking through the park and there's a heap of Aboriginals, right? And they'll be like, "Hey mate, you got $1?" This is the trick. You say, "Nah, mate, but could I?" And then you'd be like, "But could I have a sip of your fucking goon sack?" Just say that, and I reckon they'll be like, "Yeah, bro." And then once you have a sip, it's a silver fucking bag of wine.
Oh. Where are you from, Medicine Man?
Wellington. Wellington.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought they had goon sacks over there.
Fuck you, cunt. It's paradise, mate.
No, I'm dead set, bro. If these Aboriginals, and they'll be like, "Hey, bro, you got $1?" And just be like, my mate, right? This is a true story. My mate's at the train station. Aboriginal goes like, "Hey, mate, could I have a smoke?" And he's like, "Nah, sorry, mate." And he goes, "Could I have $1?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah." Gave him $1. And then he goes, "I'll give you $1 for a smoke." And he's like, "All right, mate." And then he took his $1 back and gave him a smoke.
That's hilarious. That's good.
Fucking oath, mate. If you just play that game, they're all good, bro. Aboriginals are not too bad. You just be like, if you seriously have nothing,
but
just be like, mate, ask them for something. Ask them for a durry.
Marys are a different story, dude. Marys are a bit more fucking savage. We piss them off, dude. It's game over.
Yeah, Mostly they're
straight up.
Mostly they're friendly and just drive around in forklifts. But if you piss them off, yeah, it's not a good thing.
Yeah, mate. We've got a movie
People
called
just
Once...
leave the Marys alone, eh?
Well, yeah, if you've watched Once Were Warriors, you know why. Fuck.
Because they just punch on.
Oh,
well.
Should we go to some the questions in the chat, or
try and get Lacey on, Dusty?
Well, where the fuck is she, mate? I'll have a look in the Telegram. She's always good value. I sent her a message, eh?
And so did I.
Lacey, where the fuck are you? And she was all week long.
And she's like, "Oh, Dusty, I love you so much.
She's not there. She messaged me this morning, man, at 9:30. That must have been like fucking 3 o'clock in the morning. Nah, must have been the afternoon in Scotland.
Yeah, she does. She's an insomniac. She doesn't sleep.
And then there she is. She's on the fucking piss all night long. Like, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And next minute, probably wakes up. Just, oh fuck.
Cocaine
she'll wake
in the
up
gutter.
She'll wake up next Thursday, bro, and be like, oh fuck.
Well, at least she'll make it to that one.
Just taking a leaf out of your book.
Yeah, Dusty, you fucking alcoholic.
I used to be a full alcoholic, man. And now I'm not drinking like fuck all.
Yeah.
You need the medicine.
Since my finger, bro. Since my finger, I haven't been drinking.
Don't give us the fingers.
I fucking I've toned it down, bro. So what about some fucking news? I've got some spicy news. Here's a news article from the State of Origin anthem. Let's read that, eh? You ready?
Just before you get into that, Dusty, I think I missed. Did Tim say why you got banned or demonetized or anything like that? Did they give you a reason or?
What are you referring to?
Didn't you get your channel that got?
No, I was talking about Stephen Crowder's channel.
Oh right, I thought you sent something through saying that one of your channels got hit.
No, just
Australian masturbations.
Yeah, that's Australian medications, as it's also called.
Yeah,
he's banned from YouTube, so he can't reply in the comments.
Okay. Yep. Sorry, mate. Yeah.
Well, I'll read about this fucking State of Origin thing. So it says a number of State of Origin stars chose not to sing the national anthem ahead of the first game at Suncorp Stadium Wednesday night. Former Queensland star Jonathan Thurston performed a Welcome to Country seconds before Lacey, whatever his name is, opened up with an Advance Australia Fair. Yeah, I thought it was good. I thought it was good how Jonathan Thurston did that. I reckon that's a decent compromise. Be like, hey guys, we're going to honor you, and then we're going to honor the fucking national anthem it's all our nation.
They want the anthem words changed from young and free to strong and free. So it's So it's like, this is not like a sort of like extreme form of like protest. They're just saying, can we just sort of change one of the words to like acknowledge the Aboriginal culture.
Okay, so that's all they want to change.
Well, these players, that's what they've said. That's sort of their demand.
That's not a bad change. I don't mind strong. Strong's fucking good. You know what I mean? That's that's something I could be like, all right. But here's a tip for everyone. You know how it's like, I always say civic nationalism? It sounds like a duty, like jury duty, and you're like, oh, fuck. I have to sing the national anthem or I have to do that. We don't want civic nationalism. We want cultural nationalism. We have to make it fun and cool to celebrate and love our nation. Do you know what I mean? And I think we need to, I remember singing the national anthem at school and it'd be like, Australians all land up, and everyone was just fucking dull. But my mate Gareth, he was like this little fucking legend and he loved footy. He was super short. He's not a dwarf, but he looks like a dwarf because he's so fucking ripped. Like he's just so jacked. He kind of looks that way, but he's not. You wouldn't want to fuck with him on a football field. But Gareth, right? Every school national anthem, he'd be like, "Australians, all let us rejoice," and you just fucking put it on big time, eh?
Maybe we need a remix.
We need every time the anthem's on, sing it like a full bogan, like what do they want to change it to? Strong and free?
Yeah.
Why? Because you're making it fun. This is how you win people over to your culture. Do you know what I mean? To your community. It's like you got to have a bit of fun, bro.
You've got to have reverence. Do you know what that means, Dusty?
You got to have reverence, but you also got to have a bit of fun too. If it's
dude, I mean, it's an anthem. But try telling Americans to make Star Spangled Banner fun. They'll be like, "What? It's our national anthem. It's meant to be respected."
Well, fuck them. Not too serious.
What about
the Australian way is a bit of larrikinism, dude. It's a bit of a bit of fun, a bit of.
But Anzacs didn't take that anthem lightly. I don't think.
Well, let's say this: there's definitely a time and a place. If it's an Anzac Day, yeah, maybe not. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
if it's like
I know what you mean.
Anzacs went to war under God Save the Queen.
Well, it was the king and country, but not our king.
But if it was Aussie, if it was Advanced Australia Fair, I'm sure they'd do it with a bit more an appropriate decorum, I would say. So, yeah, God Save the Queen.
For we are strong and free.
We voted for Advanced Australia Fair in was it plebiscite in, I'm not sure if it was, I should look it up when we voted for it.
Dead set. So that's constitutionally right. Because if we want to, you know what I mean? You need to have a plebiscite. It's not a plebiscite. You need a referendum to change the constitution.
It's not in our constitution. The anthem. Yeah, but it was like a significant change that they had a plebiscite on it. I'm just looking it up.
But it's in your constitution. It's in your constitution to take over New Zealand as well as a seventh state.
Yeah, but there's a lot of
but no one wants it, bro.
Yeah. All right, so it was in
1977,
the Australian plebiscite.
I can't say anything. I fucking don't send me back. That's what I
43%.
That's all right. We don't want you.
43% voted for Advanced Australia Fair. 28% voted for Waltzing Matilda. 18% God Save the Queen. 9% Song of Australia. Every state voted.
Song of Australia.
Sorry?
What Song of Australia? How does that go?
I don't know. Nobody knows. Well, that's why
New Zealand, let us.
What? Okay.
Every state voted for Advanced Australia Fair except for South Australia. They voted for Song of Australia.
And so what do you think about changing the date, Tim? Remember how they were like, May 8? Change it to May 8.
No, fuck that. No,
you need it. It's got to be in summer. It's got to be in hot weather.
Well, there's like
January.
January 1 is when we became a federation, so you could have like Federation Day, but that's
already a public holiday.
Yeah, but we could just have January 2, because there's 2 significant days on January 1, so you have like a public holiday on January 2 as well, so we don't miss out on the public holiday.
But what about December the 31st?
What? December the 31st?
Yeah.
We can all party early.
Yeah. Okay.
What about fucking... I heard when I did an interview with Warren Mundine, he's like, we could bring in a national celebration day for the Aboriginals on the 25th of January. So it's like that would represent the Aboriginals, and then the 26th is when the Australia began. Do you know what I mean? So it's like that's before and after.
If you, I can't remember the exact amount of days that we have, but we've got, I'm going to say, at least 5 days for different things for Aboriginals. Yeah, like Reconciliation Day.
But it's not a public holiday. I reckon they need a public holiday.
I agree with that.
We just had Reconciliation Week last week.
And no one fucking knew about it. No one knew about it. I didn't know about it.
What the hell is it? Reconciliation.
It's kind of bullshit. Like I think like this is the way I see it, right? If I say to you like, fuck you, you white cunt, or someone says that to me, I'm like, fuck you.
No,
I
you're
get
not.
fucking pissed off, right? Because it's like an attack on me and my family and my tribe. It's personal, right? You don't dishonor someone's race. Like, I don't like someone dishonoring me because I'm fucking Anglo-Saxon Celtic.
But hang on, but Whitey takes that shit every day somewhere in the world.
Well, I don't. You shouldn't take that. If you take that, you're a fucking pussy and an idiot.
No, we're not, because the politically correct climate we live in, Whitey isn't going to win, Dusty. Try and fucking realise that.
Just fight with your fist then. Just be like, hey, mate,
and then the law gets you. And then the law gets you. The law's
true.
not going to fucking
That's
save
fucking
you.
true, bro.
So, I mean, just like...
Stay away from punching on when you...
I hear what you're saying. I think Aussies a bit more like low tolerance to that sort of shit, which is good, but I don't think you're going to win in the end. Like, the law will just get you. It'll bite you on the ass.
Yeah, but you can stand there and be like, hey, mate, don't fucking disrespect me and my family, mate. That's what you're doing when you disrespect me. Like, I think there's a fine line where you can joke with your friends. Like, I got mates, you know, African mates, or Aboriginal mates and shit. There's a very fine line where you could joke about this shit. Yeah. And it's kind of all right because you can joke with your real good mates. You know what I mean? Yeah. But you wouldn't say it to some cunt you don't know. Like, if I heard someone say, like, you white dog to someone, I'd be like, what the fuck, cunt? Like, what the fuck are you saying? Like, it's going to be on. Just like if I was around someone who said it to someone else, I'd be like, what are you saying, mate? What the fuck's wrong with you? So it's got to be fucking fair.
What if there's strength in numbers? Like let's say there's like 10 Sudanese that come up to you and go, you filthy white prick, you know? What are you going to do then?
Yeah, I'm going to tell them the same thing, but I guess it's definitely on then, eh?
You're outnumbered.
I think that the whole like sledging and banter against like different races and stuff like that is like a really Australian way of bonding. Like, it used to be okay to just like call out like the silly sort of stereotypes that people have. Like, I remember a few years ago I was in doing a TAFE course, and there was like all different kinds of people. There's people, a guy from Africa, there's a few Maoris, a Greek guy, just a bunch of different ones, and we're all just lighthearted sledging like the whole time, and no one got offended because it's just.
I guess everyone's on the same page, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. But if you just go out and do that, you've got to be in the right setting and that sort of thing, which is disappointing because it's a way that males kind of used to bond, like, and make friends is by just ribbing each other and that sort of thing.
Did you ever see that lady on the train? The lady that went on that racist tirade on the train, she was like, oh, you couldn't get a white girl, so you had to get an Asian girl. Remember that one?
Yeah. There's always like it happens like maybe once every 6 months, but those incidents say like the left use that to say, oh, look how racist Australians are. But those people who go on those racist tirades, they're publicly humiliated, and everyone else like has a go at them, and it's like you know, the public shaming of them is
Tim,
pretty.
Do you remember the one with the French girl on the bus, and the whole Aussie people were like ganging up on this poor French tourist because she was singing a song?
Yeah, well, that was annoying. Like, shut up.
Oh, no. I have to take her side. They were really nasty. Really nasty.
Well, they overreact. Yeah, they overreacted, but she shouldn't have sung. Like,
okay.
I'm assuming, Tim, I'm assuming you've probably got the best setup that we've got going here. I've just been trying to read the comments and check into that, but my internet is dog shit. So if you want to kind of moderate with that sort of thing, like we'll keep checking on the comments, seeing what people are saying. We can kind of bounce ideas off that. Just to.
Here we go. Someone said, do you cucked hucker dance, stinky mullet down under, Theo Von looking like, I don't know, I can't even say this shit.
Yeah.
I think this might be a comment
Theo
directed
Von.
at someone else.
Yeah.
No, that's the medicine man. Theo Von's an American
Sure it
comedian.
is.
No,
Is he?
it's not an insult. He's got a fabulous mullet, and he's a pretty funny guy.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
medicine
right,
man's
okay.
mullet. You need to fucking cut that thing into a mullet, bro. You're definitely going to get more women.
Not in New Zealand. They hate mullets over here, mate.
Dagstani Warlord is the main.
Put your
main
fucking
person.
gumboots on, bro, and you flannel that fucking shirt. That's about as New Zealand as it gets.
Yeah,
What
Pearl
was that,
Jam
Nick?
or some shit.
The other one is comment from Dagstani Warlord is buggered tranny mullet boy with the greasy locks.
They
I
fucking love you, bro.
see,
He's
I
gay
see, I
for you,
see.
It's
man.
all love. All love to the medicine.
Well, I tell you what, I just wish Sherman Burgess could come back because, yeah, I'm already missing him.
Your mate.
It hurts. It fucking hurts. It's like going right for the. It's hit a nerve with me. Tell you that much.
Ah, look, Dia fucking Beltran's in the comments section, bro.
Ugh.
Did you read her article? Did you see me read her article last night?
Is she trans?
Yes. She's Jewish, bro.
Well, she has
Right.
some Jewish in her, but she did another DNA test where it said she wasn't Jewish. So they're never reliable, those ones.
Ah.
Hasta luego, hermana.
So,
She-
is Lazy coming on, or are we just gonna keep?
No,
Oh,
she's
fuck, no,
fucking-
she's in the gutter getting a high.
She's off her head, mate.
Yikes.
So I'll look for another fucking article, eh?
Mhm.
Here's this
Well,
one,
hey.
right? Here's an article I was reading today. It's in like Sweden or Denmark or some shit. Oh no, here we go. The alleged Darwin gunman, you heard of this dude, was wearing an
Yeah.
electric fucking monitoring device. So
Yeah,
he's
just
going
got out
around
of prison.
blowing people, fucking shooting people and that. And he's got to
Mhm.
shouldn't have they been able to find him, work out where he is? If he has
Yeah,
this
well,
fucking
yeah.
ankle bracelet on.
Yeah.
Wait, did he break out of prison or something?
He was on
What
parole.
He was on parole.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck me. Really?
Mm.
Damn.
He shot and killed 4 people, according to the Northern Territory Police Commission.
And he's officially been charged today, the alleged gunman. We've got to call him now.
Yeah.
Alleged, even though he's been charged.
How the fuck did what? I wonder where he got his gun from. Right? This is what I want to know. Where the
Probably-
fuck did he get his gun from? Was it legally acquired?
Oh, it
It's
wouldn't
not
have been
his gun.
legally.
No,
it
exactly
wasn't-
right.
it
No,
was-
this is the thing. Did he steal it from someone? Like, did he steal it from someone's safe? Is it like, or is it an illegal gun? Do you know what I mean? This is
I
what.
think it was. I think they mentioned that it was a pump action shotgun from something that I heard. I don't know. I think I don't know too much about the gun laws here, but I think some sort of shotguns are legal here. I think it depends on the magazine size is the real like defining factor with that. But
Yeah, you can have a shotgun, but the thing is like, how did he get it? Did he get he's on parole, so he can't have a gun license. So has he gone and fucking into someone's gun safe and got a gun and shot cunts with it, or has he got an illegal firearm? Which is like concerning when you're a fucking law-abiding citizen and you're like, holy fuck, criminals are running around with illegal firearms.
Well,
do you know what I mean? The police are trying to restrict law-abiding citizens from having guns, and here you go, some nutcase on parole manages to get his hands on guns. Do you know what I mean?
Well, all the time, it's that those sort of things. It's not like if he's a felon and been charged, he can't legally own a firearm. Same with over in America. If you're a felon, you can't own a firearm. But there's so many handgun deaths and killings and stuff like that over there. So And
Do you want to have another crack at another article? You ready for this one?
What do you got?
I can't pronounce the cunt's name. Ihisa Khan,
Racist.
jailed for 36 years over terror attack in Sydney driveway. A Sydney man has been sentenced to 36 years in prison for stabbing his neighbour during a violent, ferocious, and inhumane terrorist attack.
I think I remember that. That was big news at the time. That's when like there were sort of all these sort of lone wolves happening in like just suburban like Sydney and Melbourne.
Dead set. That's when ISIS did that fucking letter.
Yeah.
They posted something online. They're like, smash their heads in with a brick, drive your car into them, throw them off a building. It was like all this wild shit. And so this nutcase, he reckons, so Khan, whatever his first name is, who likened his attack to eating a chocolate bar, stabbed Wayne fucking Green, whatever, I can't pronounce his name, in a driveway. And so he said it's just like eating a chocolate bar, stabbing some fucking cunt in the driveway. What a dickhead.
Oh yeah, he's clearly got some kind of mental issues there if he thinks that eating chocolate is like stabbing someone. I mean,
he's getting 70 virgins, bro. He's going to fucking paradise. He's going to fulfill he's going to fulfill, it's
Careful,
like
Dusty.
I always say this,
Careful.
man. I know, you can't even fucking say this shit. But if you're an atheist, like I said to my atheist mate, Gav, one of our Proud Boys, he was like, heaven for me is doing coke off a stripper's back. It's like stimulating the nerve endings. Well, that's what heaven is to Muslims. It's just a fucking giant self-gratification.
He's going to a men's jail, so he's not getting the sort of action he was after.
Yeah, he's not getting his virgins. His goats, or whatever they are.
Guys, can we liven the conversation up and talk a bit about Port Arthur massacre? Whether that actually the official narrative.
Yeah, we all want to lose the YouTube channels tonight, mate.
Rickrolled.
Well, that's what Pauline Hanson in that like undercover Al Jazeera footage. She was revealed to have said, and it looked like she'd had a few drinks, that we need to have inquiry into it because the shots that you heard were precision shots, and like she confessed that she'd read a conspiracy theory book on Port Arthur.
Yeah.
I reckon there's always the thing where the government, or there's some politicians are out there and they cash in on every opportunity they can. They're just opportunists. Like, I live my life like an opportunist. You know what I mean? But like, that's a bargain. That's a deal. I want to do this. I want to do that. And when the opportunity arises, you fucking make the most of it. And I think that nutcase shot and killed people, and some politicians were like, we want to restrict gun laws. We want to take guns off people. And they cashed in on what's happened.
Do you believe in any conspiracy theory? Like anyone at all? Any?
I just think people are fucking retarded, bro. You don't need a conspiracy. You don't
but what does
need
that mean? What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
This means that these politicians are so fucked that they would be like, cash in on the momentum, be like, we're going to get rid of all the guns because we're cashing in on the momentum. We want to be seen. We want people to see that we're doing something. We want to be re-elected. We want our pensions.
That's not true for Elvis. Elvis dying is a conspiracy, but that's no politicians gaining.
And he's still alive.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, you've got to give credence. You've got to hear them out. I mean, politicians don't capitalize on every conspiracy. What about, the fact that, as I say, Elvis Presley supposedly got murdered, or Kurt Cobain, or something like, or Tupac.
Probably the main, like, if I do believe in a conspiracy, it's the one that the Clintons have like murdered a lot of their enemies, because there's just too many of their like associates who went rogue who've mysteriously died.
Mysteriously shot themselves in the back of their head.
Dusty, what about this one? The man walking on the moon, for example.
Yeah.
I mean, if we did, why haven't we gone back? That's a perfectly legitimate question to ask. If we
This
really
is
did
why,
go to the
bro.
moon.
There's no point.
Yeah.
The only reason
Flat
Yeah,
Earth,
flat,
flat
bro.
Earth,
we went
flat
to the moon.
fucking Earth. Okay.
That's
Oh,
why, bro.
you're roboting there. Yeah, the only reason we went to the moon was it was a space race between Russia and America, and it was the whole thing that they could prove that they could shoot missiles or anything from outer space. So, and they were also Reagan had a thing that was called, I think it was literally called Star Wars, where he was trying to design like laser satellite ships and that sort of thing that would put and the Soviet Union was trying to keep up with it, and they basically just bankrupted themselves trying to keep up with all the technology and everything that the Americans were putting out.
So that's the only reason we went to the moon.
Yeah, I really think it is.
Mine all the resources off.
But think about it as a business venture, right? Like, wouldn't you be charging people to go to the moon? You could make like a fuckload of money.
Yeah, no one else has gone to the moon. Like,
exactly, you could make money.
Yeah. We're actually aren't we approaching the 50th anniversary of the moon landing? Like, it was July 1969.
Yeah, some coin coming out from the Australian Mint.
Oh yeah, because we had that dish so that the world could watch it.
Yeah.
I think there's one conspiracy theory, and I'm like, oh fuck, I don't know. I think that could be real, and that's the the 9/11 building number 7.
Oh yeah,
I can't explain that. I can't rationalize that.
Hang on. I just looked it up on YouTube's hate speech policy. That was one of the examples that they cited, was denying 9/11. The 9/11, what happened with the official narrative there? Do not question that shit, mate.
I think
because you're gone.
I think Muslims flew the planes into the building. I think radical Muslims did that, but I think.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All I'm saying is, how did that building collapse? How did building number 7 collapse?
It was a controlled demolition because it was dangerous for it to be kept up.
You want to be saying this shit?
No, because it was actually because it was like. It wasn't safe, that building, because of the other towers that collapsed. So they brought it down just for like safety reasons. Like that's why
it was already compromised one way or another.
Yeah.
Tower 7 was, but I feel like it was a controlled demolition, but I believe some of the main narrative for 9/11 because. Obviously, the planes were like there's proof that it was backed by Osama bin Laden and some other guy. I can't think of his name.
Osama bin Laden.
Yeah. Oh, there was another dude that.
I think we didn't have to go to Iraq and Afghanistan. They were complete. That was unnecessary. All them wars. So them wars.
That's the point I was.
This is what I'm saying, right? I think. The politicians cashed in on that. They cashed in on that, and they had plans where they were like, "We kind of want to do some stuff." And I don't think.
What about this
conspiracy?
What
just
about
like
this? No.
Just like that shooting in Tasmania, it doesn't matter how it happened. The politicians cash in on the fucking shit, bro.
If you look at it, it was all predicted subliminally a long time ago in cartoons like The Simpsons. Music industry's got album covers with like a 9 and then like 2 like 1s in the background. It was kind of all predictive programming to an extent. Now the question is, how could they fake that if it kept recurring over and over again? The point is
but that's like The Simpsons with Trump. Remember Trump's going down the escalator?
No.
Someone's like, Trump, and they drop the sign.
I have to correct you on that. There was about 6, or it would have been 19 years ago. The Simpsons did a futuristic episode where Lisa's president and her predecessor is Trump. But the the Simpsons footage of Trump coming down the escalator, that was created after Trump announced his. So that happened after. So that wasn't.
Yeah, but the 9/11 one,
fake.
the
It was
9/11
just a
one didn't.
setup.
The 9/11 one certainly didn't.
Which
Just to
when did
clarify,
That came out
97.
1997, the one that I'm talking about, where they're like, what happened is Bart's like, let's go to New York, $9 and 0.11 and it had like two like 11s that look exactly the same size.
I'd have to rewatch that episode.
I think that's a bit.
Yeah.
I think that's reaching a bit because there's
New York. The fucking Twin Towers
And
is in New York.
they had the Twin Towers there because Homer, because he's trying to get his car, and it's next to the World Trade Center tower, and he drinks the crab juice, and he has to go to the bathroom. He goes up Tower 1, and it's closed for cleaning. Then he goes back down. He goes in Tower 2, and has to go to the top, and then he's able to pay.
Doesn't his car get fucking jacked up with one of those fucking?
Yeah, gets another ticket because he misses.
I need to watch this episode. I'm missing out on the Simpsons.
With the whole thing with 9/11, I can't think if I can find the documentary. I'll post it in one of our chats. But I don't think it was like how people say, like, oh, George Bush did 9/11 and it was the CIA and all that sort of thing. They were willingly ignorant about the whole situation. Before 9/11 happened, there was the owner of the site took out a massive amount of
insurance
policies on
Thank you.
He also after that as well,
Larry Silverstein.
Yeah.
But what can you do about any conspiracy theory? You can't do fucking nothing. If the Earth's flat, if the moon's made of cheese, if fucking some cunt planned 9/11, I can't do anything about it. I can't do fucking nothing.
It's good to know that you're on the side of truth, though. If what you claim is validated. So I mean, you could get led down the wrong thing by not believing it if it is true. So
have you heard that the Flat Earth Society, it says we have chapters all around the globe?
Oh no!
Hilarious, fucking hilarious.
Fuck yeah, they do, bro. They have. I've got flat Earth mates, man, and when I invite them around, they all fucking sit together, and they just go, man. And they just.
Dusty, what about this one? What about dinosaurs existing?
Yeah, I reckon dinosaurs. I think dinosaurs are biblical, bro. There's there's like the
Okay.
In the book of Job, bro, talks about this mammoth-don or some shit. Has some weird name and describes this animal, and it's like
giants. What about giants roaming the earth?
Yeah, they talk about giants in the Bible, but the giant doesn't necessarily have to mean. You know what I mean?
I think that might have been metaphorical.
Yeah, they could have been fucking bigger. They could have been just Samoans or something, bro.
Oh, come on. Samoans aren't that much taller than us or bigger or anything.
Well, they got about 70 kilos on you, son. More. 80. That's double your weight.
True.
What do you call them?
But the fossils,
just
like
a
the
bunch
actual
of
bones.
fat cunts lived in Palestine, bro.
Yeah, well, they say that the Maoris are a lost tribe of Israel. I don't know whether that's true, but yeah.
I watch all them, man, I watch all conspiracy theories. If I have a sick day or I'm hungover, generally I'll just binge conspiracies, bro. Bigfoot, aliens, ghosts, fucking 6-day creation.
Stop. You don't believe in ghosts?
Nah.
I think ghosts are real.
Oh, fuck, I do. I definitely believe in ghosts. Definitely. That's what I do believe.
Yeah, when I was younger, I think I had a few experiences I can't explain. Be like, dude, I think I seen a UFO, bro.
Nah.
I don't know what it was, and I was in denial.
Do you know what you've been watching, mate? You've been watching Mike Nolan.
Have you heard UFO, about the West? Like, we had a UFO encounter in Australia. I'm just going to bring it up now. The Westall UFO encounter, which was in 1966, students and teachers at Westall High School witnessed a UFO type UFO type object, and it hovered quite low on the ground.
Fucking oath,
Okay.
mate. Trans-dimensional aliens, bro.
So that's our Roswell. Like, everyone talks about Roswell, but
I reckon
like,
it's fucking true. I reckon there's, you know, they talk about the multiverse. So the justification for like evolution actually working, it's the multiverse. It's like the only way you can justify that nothing created everything, or evolution is like comprehensible. It's like there has to be trillions of multiverses, and we're the lucky one. We're the one where all the dice constantly rolled perfectly. And inside that scenario, there's different dimensions, bro, where there could be, like, I think there's the realm of heaven. I reckon Jesus is there. I reckon there's fucking ghosts. I reckon there could be, in that scenario, in the multiverse scenario, anything's possible. It's limitless. And they're teaching this, and they're teaching this shit. They believe it. And you can't tell me, like, in the multiverse theory, bro, they think that there's like big bangs happening, and they're writing, they all have their own laws, bro, of thermodynamics and shit. It's completely different. We have our own kind of science now, and we think like, this is the way it is, and it's pinned down precise, and that's the way it is. But there's other fucking realms, bro, and galaxies and dimensions that have completely different laws, bro.
Okay.
And there's a thin veil, bro, between us and other shit.
Is there the transgender realm?
There's a transgender realm. There's the fucking Elvis is still alive.
So we all are women in alternative universes.
Yeah. Parallel universe. Yeah, that's it.
Mate, we're like the Simpsons, bro. We all have, most of us have yellow skin and shit in another universe.
I love that. What is that on the Simpsons where Lisa says, "Hey, like in like 1,000 years, humans will have an extra finger," and Bart's like, "5 fingers, gross."
Do you know my favorite Simpsons episode?
Grab my jar.
Is the one where Homer goes to India with Apu, and he's like, the Maharaja grants him like 3 wishes or 3 questions, and he's like, "Are you really the Maharaja of India?"
Yeah.
Yes, really, yes, really, yes. Thank you, come again. And he wasted his 3 wishes, and Apu gets real pissed at him.
See, bro, have you seen this? This is my universe, bro. In 13.5 billion years, this is going to become a universe, bro. We're the god of my...
Well, I tell you what, take a few pingers, and it will be.
No, but that's what the science textbook says, bro. In 13 that's the greatest conspiracy that I... You know, the science textbook says, bro, there's 13.5 billion years, Dusty is going to be the god of his own universe, bro.
You think I can fit in there?
No, but this will fucking create something out of nothing, bro. There's going to be intelligent life in there. There's going to be a whole fucking world in here.
Yeah.
And Dusty will rule. Well, I'll be... Yeah.
We need Lacey in the house.
Yeah. My favorite Simpsons episode is when Homer's accused of sexually arresting the babysitter, and like the media does like that show Rock Bottom, like edits the feed to make him say "sweet can."
And he's just drooling over the fucking gummy bear, right?
Yeah, and you see the clock in the background, and it keeps jumping during the edit.
Fuck yeah, that's what we've descended into now, man.
Yeah,
the mainstream
like
media spin.
Yeah, Brett Kavanaugh. Like, it was just that, like, some, you know, that what was her name again? Kathy Blasey Ford. Like, you said, like, it happened at a party. I can't remember, like, you know, where or when, but it definitely did happen.
Yeah.
Man,
do you remember
when you're a teenager and you got shit-faced, you shouldn't have been drinking that much grog. You shouldn't. I swear, I blanked out so many times when I was younger. I have no idea what happened.
Do you remember the one
Definitely a
where
politician.
Homer makes a flaming mo? I feel like one of them.
yeah.
right
Yeah,
now.
that flaming mo.
I feel like one of them.
You just
Fuck
lost
yeah.
yourself a customer. I forced myself to what? And like Mo's getting all that. So
Hilarious.
there was a good meme of that today.
I'm gonna get more fucking grog. Hang on a minute. Keep
Homer,
talking shit.
Homer Simpson's head was the rainbow flag, and it said to Chick-fil-A, "You've just lost yourself a customer." And like Mo is Chick-fil-A saying, "What?"
Well, I saw a photo of that, and it's apparently there's a straight Pride Month on at the moment as well.
Oh,
and,
it's
to combat.
Last day of July, we actually published an article on it a couple of years ago about Heterosexual Pride Day. Let me bring it up.
Yeah, but there was a whole photo of like, this is your straight Pride parade, and it was like a massive line of cars driving into the Chick-fil-A drive-through.
It's on. It's at the end of June. Heterosexual Pride Day.
Tim, I'd pay good money. I'd pay good money to watch a debate with you and Angry Aussie. How about that?
Who's Angry Aussie?
You don't know who Angry Aussie is?
No.
Oh, fuck, he's that guy that makes rants. Bearing. You heard of the Aussie YouTuber called Bearing? He made a bit of
yeah, I know who Bearing is.
Yeah, I know
Bearing. He made an expose on him. Angry Aussie's that like ADHD guy that just goes nuts in his videos, swearing about everyone's a racist, a neo-Nazi, homophobe, all the rest of it.
We should get him on. We should get him on for Thirsty Thursday.
But had never come on.
Track him down.
Nah, he's pretty big internet personality, but he's wary of trolls, as he puts it. So yeah, I don't know.
So what are the comments saying? I can't. Yeah, someone's got to keep checking them because I can't fucking.
Do you want me to read this fucking thing about the coin, the 50-year moon landing coin?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, go through that and then we'll check the comments.
Yeah, fucking go. Right, your Royal Australian Mint releases coin celebrating 50th anniversary of moon landing. Details of the new collectible coin series was announced today by the Royal Australian Mint, celebrating 50 years since Neil Armstrong took one giant leap for mankind. I think it costs like $100 or some shit, but it's worth its own. It's like worth. Here we go. 3 versions of the coin are now available to order, which includes a $5.50 coin, a $5 coin, and a $100 coin. So they must have like silver in them or something.
I'd have to
actually
gold.
Yeah, one's silver and one's gold. So they actually have their own.
Imagine buying that and then just going down to the servo and buying like an icebreaker and a fucking Snickers bar. Here's my $5.50 coin.
Fuck yeah. I reckon that'd be mint. I'd do it.
One of the comments here from Anne is, why do humans still born with foreskin? I think you mean males, not humans.
Yeah, you mean males.
Well,
because it's only stupid cunts who cut their foreskins off. Let's face it.
Oh, you bet. Oh, you're
Oy
referring
vey.
to.
Oy vey.
You can't say that anymore.
You're gonna get demonetized.
Someone said, I read a meme and it was something like, make sure you have 20% off, boys. That way the girls will fucking want to have you or something. It's like women only want things that are 20% off. Get circumcised.
There's a Jewish joke where it's like, why do you...
He said Jewish. Oh.
No, it's completely comedy and not anti-Semitic, but it's why do Jewish girls like circumcised guys?
Good guy.
Because they love anything with 20% off.
Oh. Yeah. I don't know. We've got to be careful what we can say these days.
We should be able to object to like male circumcision, like like
Well,
cutting or
Iceland
like
has.
burning like the foreskin off of like a baby boy.
Well, Iceland's banned it.
Mm.
No, actually, Iceland did ban it, and then there was a lot of certain tribes that lobbied it. There was a tribesman that was the first of that certain tribe that turned up in Iceland, and then after that, they actually reversed the thing about being circumcision being illegal, because there was so much lobbying and people in positions of power with small hats that got into that. So yeah, it was
Well, there you have it, eh?
kind of sad. Yeah.
They have parties like to celebrate circumcision, bris they call it.
Bat mitzvah, isn't it? Oh,
No, bris. It's like circumcision ceremony.
Well, Iceland, I'll tell you what, mate, they're pretty based. They kicked they banned pornos, and they kicked a whole lot of bankers out of a certain tribe, which is pretty pretty fucking brazen.
Iceland, no wanks country.
They're all fucking jacked up, bro, because they don't fucking jerk the gherkin.
Wasn't that where?
Not to mention they have the most beautiful woman in the world. Fuck me, how do they do it?
That was where the whole global financial crisis happened in like 2016 or whatever. It started in Iceland.
2008.
2008, sorry. Because they started deregulating the banks over there, and then that expanded. It's been ages since I've read anything about it, but I know that there was.
It all makes sense
about it where it started over there, and
because that's why the Illuminati made that volcano erupt, eh?
Yeah. I got another article about dinosaurs. You want me to read this one?
Yeah, go for it, buddy.
We're fucking going everywhere tonight, boys.
Yeah, as
right.
Like you obviously didn't take today as a warning. Like, just talk about
exactly.
We're fucking hitting all the conspiracies,
fluffy
mate.
Puppies. Just talk about fluffy puppies.
That's what YouTube is supposed to be about. You're supposed
just
to
talk about flowers opening.
You're supposed to be able to be fucking sick as a dog or hungover and sit there and watch conspiracy theories. That was isn't that the whole point?
Mm.
Well, that's why I used it for.
It's not all beer and Skittles anymore. It's the game's changed.
Anyway, let's read this. First dinosaur herd in Australia uncovered after 60 bones unearthed from outback New South Wales mine. Kind of good. You wonder when they crack all these mines open, you're like, I always thought, surely they'll find some fucking dinosaur bones somewhere. Australian scientists who uncovered dozens of fossil bones in an underground mine in outback New South Wales has confirmed the discovery of a newly identified 100-million-year-old dinosaur herd. So I should have a whole lot of shit in 100 million years in here. I'll have fucking heaps going, mate.
Yeah, heaps. Okay.
You laugh. What about the dinosaur bone they found and it still had like blood tissue on it or something?
Wow.
Did you read that?
That could be fabricated.
A while ago.
No, it was fully fucking. Does someone want to look this up?
Basic can.
Keep talking, mate, because I'm gonna fucking. Am I looking this shit up or are you looking this shit up?
I can't. Yeah, my.
Tony's got the fucking computer, doesn't he?
Wills, look up fucking dinosaur bones.
I'm done with dinosaurs.
Timmy can be out.
Have you heard of Kent Hovind? He got fucking
Oh,
he got locked
yes.
up for 10 years.
Tax fraud. He got locked up for tax fraud.
Yeah, but he had like
What a fucking
millions of
mong, eh?
people tuning in about. He was Doctor Dino. He was
Yeah,
like
he
a
was like
six-day
the
creationist, bro.
he was like the dude before Pastor Stephen Anderson. Like he was like the badass of Christianity.
Was he the one that had the Garden of Eden dinosaur park?
Yeah, it was
I
fucking
think it was,
Dinosaur
yeah.
Adventureland, bro.
And he's like, the Earth's only 4,000 years old. Shit.
Oh, so it wasn't the Aussie one.
No, that's Kent Ham. That's Ken Ham with
Ken
the
Ham.
Ark Encounter.
Ken Ham,
He lives in America though, the Aussie guy.
Yeah. I fucking love them dudes, but
Mm.
I
Good
love
for
watching
you,
that
don't it?
shit. I love watching all different theories, let's face it. But I enjoy watching that shit. You like
Dusty,
I fucking,
I reckon inspiration's going to hit you, and you're going to have your own theory one day, and millions of people are going to watch and be like, Dusty is the way.
I already got my fucking own theories, mate. I keep trying to subliminally fucking every day. I just fill people's heads with it.
Right.
You know what I mean? See my new shirt, boys?
Dusty, you're going to spearhead the, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd
movement.
pay for that.
Check
Yeah.
the back of the shirt. I don't know if you can see it. Hang on.
Who
Tell me
did
if
that
you can
for
see
you?
the back. Can you see the back of the
Yeah,
shirt?
yeah. Who made that for you?
My younger brother, Black Lungs.
Like lungs.
He went to some. He just walked past some shop,
Oh, nice.
and he was like, "Oh, they make T-shirts," and he's like, "Send me a few photos, and I'll fucking get them printed on some shirts for you." And I was like, "Sick."
Heaps
I
sick,
mean,
eh? Yeah.
Yeah, this is the first prototype, and some dude, right? You know, Revenge of the Sis, how I got on that show.
Yeah.
I think someone made this cartoon of me. Please be patient. I have autism. And they were like taking the piss out of me. I think they hated me initially. And then somehow I won them over. And they were like, Dusty's
Dusty.
all right.
Dusty, do you know they want Lacey on their show, apparently?
Do they?
Yes, I'm not kidding.
Fuck yeah, man. They should get Lacey on there.
She'll tell them about everything in Scotland, about how fucking people are knocking themselves out and doing drugs and fucking turning to everything and suicide and all. It's all doom and gloom in Scotland, eh?
Is it?
Fuck me.
Is it just Lacey, but...
No, it's not just Lacey. I feel for her. A lot of her
It's a
mates-
miserable place, bro. That's why
It
we
is.
all... Our ancestors got the fuck out of there, let's face it.
Exactly, man. Scotland, Ireland, Wales, England.
They just got the fuck out of there, bro. It was freezing cold. It was miserable. There was all these fucking royal family cunts who you had to deal with who were pricks. And everyone was just
lizards.
like, I'm fucking out.
Yeah.
Well, they are lizard people. They are the real lizard people, mate. I'm a big fan of David Icke.
I got to give a quick shout out to one of my mates that was just watching Peter Turk. So if you're into any go at his means of release, I'll post it in the chat.
Oswald,
Just
are you in England at the moment?
No, he's in
no,
fucking...
mate. My dad's English.
Oh, because I thought Dusty said he's calling from England or something.
From Scotland. No, I was just taking the piss.
Oh, so where
No.
you calling from? Queensland.
Queensland.
So your
well,
name is Google name is Oswald, and you've got the British flag with the British Union of Fascists lightning bolt.
Oh shit!
Jeez, mate.
Yeah, it's
You're gonna get me fucking the boot.
Ironic.
Yeah, you're gonna get me the boot as well.
I have a
It's actually
dream to be monetized, bro, and then do this full time. If I was full time Dusty Bogan, do you know how much fucking hell I would raise? I'd
A
come
lot.
to the New Zealand election, bro. I'd be all over New Zealand, all around.
And I'd be there to fight you, mate. I'd actually I'd shake your hand, and then it'd be go time.
Yeah, be a fucking WWE, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start my own wrestling company, bro.
All right, I'd be mad.
That's my next step. That's my next step, bro. I'm creating my own fighting. We used to
Tim.
play this game, right,
I was
when my
gonna
youth
ask.
boys came around, and would set up a circle ring, and you have to push him out like sumo wrestling. You have to pin him for 3 seconds. Or you make him tap, right? Or the ref call it, right? And you'd have 3-4 minute rounds, but there was no headshots and no ball shots. But it's pure competition. It's proper.
Yeah.
It's good, man. It's a fucking cool. And I was thinking today, I was talking to my brother, I'm like, if they keep fucking sports up, we need to create our own new sports.
Well, that's right. Well, transgenderism, it's left this whole grey area of what's what and who can do what. It's like,
well, yeah,
I'm taking control, man. I'm gonna launch my own wrestling company.
What are you gonna say, Tim?
Every sport is SJW like now. Like, well, the AFL is like the worst one where they have their Indigenous round, their Pride round, their multicultural.
What about soccer?
Round? Soccer. Well, soccer
That's not
support.
too bad for progressivism and all that sort of thing. Like, I mean, so like the whole European League and all that sort of stuff is they're all just pussies that fall over and dive and all that sort of thing. Like, I feel like the Australian soccer team is the only ones and a few others that actually play soccer and tackle and that, that. But, the rest of the European teams just get like kicked in the shins and then roll around for 5 minutes.
No. It's not even a kick in the shins. It's like if you touch them, if like a little scrape,
It's particularly bad in like the World Cup. That's when like it's real. Like I watched the English league. It's like it's not that bad, but like when it comes to like international tournaments, that's when they all fall over and like.
Well, I'll tell you who are the worst are the fucking Latin American teams like Italy and Colombia.
Italy's in Europe. Sorry, I had to call that out.
Well, when I say Latin American, I mean Romance, as in the French, Spanish, Italians.
But you said Latin
Mexicans.
America.
Well, Latin America, yeah, they are secondary to the Romance nations of France, Italy, and Spain. But certain Spanish offshoots of Spain, such as the Latin American countries, such as Argentina.
Do you classify Latinos as European, bro?
Of course, I do. Predominantly European.
They're predominantly European.
So
what about Middle Easterners? Are Middle Eastern? Do they have a lot of European blood, like Greek and Roman blood, or what?
Well, they share haplogroups with. I would tell you that the Armenians are actually pretty Arabic, but I'll tell you that Greeks are certainly European, but they unfortunately, well, I shouldn't say unfortunately, but they do have a bit of blood that is not considered European, same as the Italians, same as the Spanish.
Yeah,
we're going into the deep. We're going to get booted here. No.
Yeah. So is Dia white? That's the question.
I'd say that's a grey area.
We need to reclassify, bro. All Latinos and Middle Easterns would be like, you're all European. Well, you're all.
If you want a little bit of a fucking history lesson, the Spanish, which Dia, I'm assuming, is descended of, if she's Colombian, there was a tribe called Al-Andalus, which was an Arabic-led crusade, I guess you could call them that, and they basically conquered the south of Spain, and they for hundreds of years they raped Spanish women that were from the south of Spain. But the north of Spain actually remained predominantly Caucasian or white, whatever you want to call it. But certainly that's where you see olive skin, dark eyes. That is not really a Caucasus trait.
So what about all the fucking European slaves that got taken by the Muslims? They must have translated, like between the Greeks, the Romans, and the Muslim slave trade, there must be a fair amount of European ancestry throughout the Middle East.
Absolutely.
Like you see these Middle Eastern people, and some of them have got fucking red hair, mate. Exactly, and you're just like, Jesus Christ, this guy had an Irish slave. He must have bought an Irish slave somewhere. Do you know what I mean? And
but like with the whole
with them.
With the whole thing with the Spanish descendants, I think that one theory I have, I don't know if it's true, but the Spanish people were treated so poorly by these Arabic barbarians that I have a theory that that's why they were so harsh on the Indians when the Spanish conquered America and Latin America as we know it today, they were pretty brutal to the Indians, the indigenous peoples of Mexico, the Aztecs, the Incas in Peru. They were pretty barbaric because that's what they had happened to them by the Arabs in Spain.
That's what happens, bro. Perpetuation of fucking violence and
of savagery, I guess you could say.
Yeah. And that's what happened with Europe. Like, you look at the fucking British, bro. They fought like hell to get where they were. They just got invaded, civil wars, invasion. And then eventually they got their shit together.
Yeah.
And then they're like, we're going to fucking now we've fucking finally got here. And they just did what was done to them for, 1,000 years.
Except they were the less barbaric. I tell you,
they were really fucking...
I met a woman
bringing civilization to the world, the English.
I met a woman from Cameroon, black woman. I said to her, "Who was harsher, the French or the British?" And she goes, "Oh, we prefer the British all day. The French were lazy, and they were cruel to us. So the French would only work 4 days out of a 5-day working week. The British would do more. They'd do 5, and they were more reasonable. They would relate to the indigenous people more. The French treated them like shit. They were like, fucking go do that. Stay away from us." But the British were making more of an effort to understand their culture. And so I was like, oh, really? I didn't know all this. She was telling me this. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh,
so the British were a bit more understanding. And the French were a bit more, snobby. As everyone knows, the French are fucking snobs.
Yeah. I've had some French work with me this year. And they were all good. We're having beers after work and all that.
There's no denying
how's this for an idea? But when sports gets infiltrated by fucking politics, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna create our own sports.
What?
We're gonna create this wrestling fucking company, mate. And we're gonna fucking have our own rules. I'm gonna set it up. Next Proud Boy meet, bro. I'm going to go live and we're going to have our first tournament, bro. And we're going to have we're going to have the rules and we're going to have our first matches and it's going to be proper competition, bro. And people can donate through the PayPal and we're going to do it. I'll try to do it every month, bro. We're just going to we're reinventing. We have to reinvent the fucking, as they try to fucking screw us over. We have to use the entrepreneur spirit, bro, and reinvent. I'm creating this new sports, bro. It's going to happen.
It's very pleasing to hear.
Yeah. Combat Championship Wrestling. That's what I'm going to call it. And I'm going to film it, bro. This is my plan, right? I'm going to have my filming gear and I'll be like, right, you need to fucking put your ears in, watch and just listen. Even the people in the crowd, I'm going to have like 50 milk crates, bro. I'm just going to have a rope on the grass as a circle. And it's going to be like sumo wrestling slash it's like sumo. You can push him out. You have to pin him. You can make him tap or the ref can call or it can come down to points. If you last 3 rounds and no one gets pushed out or pinned, it will come down to rounds. But there'll be no headshots, no ball shots. But the idea of that is that it's going to be more competition, bro. So you're not really going to get properly hurt, but it's real competition with real rules. It's not fake like wrestling, bro.
It's not MMA.
It's going to be real. It's not MMA. But it's not wrestling. But it's probably because it's no headshot and ball shots. There's going to be less injuries, so more people will compete. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, to be honest, though, I think Greco-Roman wrestling is probably the most, like, the best. You know what I mean?
Well, this is what it's pretty much going to come down to, something like that, bro. And I'm going to get people, bro, to sign waivers. They have to sign a waiver. And I'm going to have I'll be like, right, what's your name? And I'll be like, when you donate to the PayPal, put this guy's name down if you want him to get a donation for his fight. And I'm going to incentivize the fighters, bro, right? They're going to be incentivized. The better the fucking show, the more money they're going to get.
You're a big ideas man, Dusty.
Fighting, bro. We're going to bring a revolution into sports, bro. And we're going to sing the national anthem. Boy, we're going to sing the national anthem and only men can compete in it.
Well,
no trannies.
And the final can be Blair Cottrell versus Sherman Burgess.
Yeah, I reckon we should get Blair to have a fight in it.
Sherman's
You're not even going to get hurt, bro. My inspiration is the second degree from Proud Boys. You know when we have 5 dudes bashing you? It doesn't really hurt. It's kind of good for you. You're like, fuck. All right, yeah, it kind of hurt a bit. But you can fight one dude for 3 4-minute rounds, right, with no headshots, just body shots. You got to wrestle him, tackle him, push him out. It's going to be real competition, bro. And cunts are going to be like, oh, I want a fucking round. I want to fight. I want to do this. People are going to want to do it, bro.
The combination of your fucking hooks as well as Gav's knees just destroy people. Like I'm pretty sure it was like a hairline fracture or at least like bruised ribs after my second degree. Like I had all up my stomach and everything like that. But like it's what it's meant to be. You can't go soft on that sort of thing. But
fuck yeah.
This is what we're
doing.
I was going to
hell of a left hook.
He can't get a word in.
Yeah,
film it, bro. We're gonna go live, and I'm gonna commentate the fighting, bro. And we're gonna create this wrestling company. It's gonna happen.
Are you now just gonna like on these streams just see how far you can push it?
Yeah.
I'm talking the fucking truth now, mate.
Well, we weren't before. We were fucking flirting with danger.
We're flirting with danger, bro, and I hope we don't get deplatformed. But this is my plan, bro. If they try to deplatform me, I'm going to create a wrestling company. It's going to be my next fucking venture. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to be like fucking Vince McMahon, bro.
Can Lacey be the CEO?
Fuck no. No women are allowed, mate. That's rule number 1. No women.
Hasn't worked out for Rugby Australia having a female CEO.
I want to call her so many unprofessional things that
I just refer to her as the goth chick.
She looks like a bloody goth chick, doesn't she?
Yeah.
I mean, she looks like something. Yeah, like I don't want to be nasty, but I mean, she's been real hard on Israel Folau. I tell you what. Yeah, she's been pretty cutthroat.
Israel Folau coming back to NRL.
Well, I looked at that and they said NRL don't want him because we welcome.
Peter Beattie, the chairman, has said if he deletes the post, then we'll reconsider.
Which he won't.
Holy fuck! He ain't gonna sell out, bro. He ain't gonna sell out. Boy, it's the love of money, bro. Is the root of all evil, man. That's how we got here in the first place. All of this comes down to the love of money, bro. They've sold out the nation and the culture. They're aborting babies, mass immigration. Everything comes down to the love of money, bro. All this political correctness, it's all about money, man. It's all about advertisement.
Scott Morrison and his Attorney General Christian Porter said they're not going to legislate that religious beliefs are exempt from employment contracts. So that means they're not going to legislate that you can't fire somebody because of their religious belief.
So you can't. So that means I can't be sacked for being a Christian, right?
If that law was passed, but it doesn't look like they're going to pass that law.
Oh, that's fine.
No. Some people claim that homosexuals run the world in a cabal. You know, that's why. If you look at it objectively, his post did not offend adulterers, idolaters, fornicators, drunkards like us, but the homosexuals took particular offense at that, and that's what's created this whole big.
But that's because it's a virtue signal, bro. So the people who are like, "Oh my God, Israel Folau, that's fucking terrible." I don't know if gays are offended by Israel Folau or they even care. I think it's the PC virtue. Are they?
Well, I
think most gay people are fucking fine. This is the thing. I'm trying to paint this picture. Most gays and trannies don't give a fuck. They don't even care.
I beg to disagree. I tell you what, I went to a transgender rally or whatever, a pride rally, whatever they're called, and I was there gently disagreeing with a couple of other guys. Came up to us and they didn't like it. So if you're protesting what they're doing, they throw their toys out of the cot. They lose their shit. So for you to disagree with what they're doing. It is a big
But
problem.
that's just the radicals.
Yeah, I think it's just the radicals, bro. I reckon it's like, I know gays are like 1%. It's like 0.1 are the radical ones.
No. This is infected to the mainstream. The whole mainstream has been polluted with this stuff. They're forcing it.
Political mainstream
upon
music, mate. It's fucking up the camera, bro.
Mine is.
It keeps flicking back to you when it hears noise.
Turn your mic off. If you
Sorry, I
want.
was trying to provide some background
Ambience. Yeah.
There you fucking go. I can hear his mullet blowing in the wind, bro. That's all I need to hear.
You fucking what?
It sounds like a fucking Jewish tambourine getting smashed in the background, bro. The mullet.
Where's White Oz when you need him?
I know. White Oz. He's going to get me. People can be booted off YouTube, bro, just because of that comment section. That's what I heard. And the people who love lizard people, they just fucking, they're drawn like fucking moths to a fucking flame, bro. Moths to a light to my YouTube channel. And they're just like, the lizard people are everywhere.
Oh,
and I'm just like, fuck.
We haven't been joined in the comments tonight by Rabbi Foreskin or Dr. Sheckelstein.
they usually hit me up.
I love those names. I love those fucking names.
they join in pretty much every Australian alt media YouTube live stream.
That's fucking sweet.
Do they?
I don't know who they are, but like they're pretty committed.
Hey, I'll tell you what, Dia Belching can throw toys out of her cot if she doesn't like a particular comment, if you know what I mean. She bans a few people.
From a page or channel?
I don't want to ban anyone, bro. I just don't want to get fucked
chat.
over by YouTube. Like, I don't give a fuck what people have to say personally. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
I deal with fuckheads
Dusty,
all day.
can I just ask if someone's that they believe in lizards and that they have 6 dogs in their house and they've got no life?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes perfect sense.
All I'm saying, you know what pisses me off, man? This is what pisses me off. People who are they're like anti-immigration, or they have a big conspiracy theory and they're fucking not happy about immigration.
It's a conspiracy.
No. All right. People who aren't happy about immigration, right? And they whinging about it, but they'd never created their own family. Like, it's a different story.
How do you know that? How do you know that they haven't got a family?
It's different if you're like 30, 35 and you haven't done that yet, but you still can, right? That's fine. Well, I think a lot of these people are like 40, 50-year-olds, bro, who didn't get their shit sorted out, and they're like, whinge, and it's like...
What's your evidence for that?
I reckon it's fucking dead set the truth, bro. It's dead set.
Just saying you've got no proof.
The evidence is when you say it, they just fucking disappear out of your comment section because they know it's the truth themselves, bro. They just go, fuck.
Okay.
They just go, oh, fuck, it's true. And it strikes a nerve with them and they go, fuck.
Yeah. It's 8 o'clock now. I've got to prepare for Uncuckables in half an hour.
Uncuckables.
Fuck me, mate. You need to get me on the Uncuckables one bloody Thursday night.
Next week, I thought we agreed.
All right. Who was I going to have? I was going to have someone on my show.
Am I still going on Maddie's Modern Life? Am I still going on that show? Or what's happened there?
They said next Monday, so that's what they said last week. So you should be on this Monday. So make sure, put the link to the Uncuckables channel in the description. But everyone here, make sure that you tune in half an hour's time.
Fucking oath, mate. Okay. Well, I reckon maybe we should wrap this shit up then, eh?
Yeah.
Keep going.
What about Lacey?
I can't keep going. I got a life to live, bro. I gotta go watch fucking Riverdale, mate.
I haven't even touched on any of the...
Yeah. Don't you have 6 dogs to go and pet?
I got 6 dogs, bro, to go pat, man.
All right, well...
I've got beer to drink.
I gotta go spend time with me better half, mate. So I can repopulate the planet with fucking bogans, right?
Oh yeah, right. Where's number one then? Have you got
Number
your
one
first kid on the way?
Oh, mate. Number one, I had a fucking miscarriage, bro. I
Actually,
got 6 weeks into it and the baby died.
oh, I'm so sorry to hear
So
that.
we're having Mrs. wants to have a break until October or something, and then we'll have another crack at it.
Oh yeah.
But she had some, so she got the flu and had to have antibiotics, and then she got a blood test, so that she had a miscarriage, and then the doctor was like, "Yeah, we had the blood test, and you were really had a real bad infection." So it was just bad timing. Do you know what I mean? She just somehow got a fucking infection, and then obviously baby didn't like it. So, but we're there, bro. We've positioned our whole lives to create a family, and we're gonna do it. So, but you never give up, man. Life's shit and hard sometimes.
That's right.
Do you know what I mean? So that's like one thing. Like I want to encourage everyone, even if you're like some 40-year-old and you're whinging about migration, doesn't mean you can't have a family. Get back on the love train. Have a shot, mate. Create a fucking family. You know what I mean? If it's some Sheila, go fucking get IVF if you have to. Just fucking create fucking life.
That's unnatural though. IVF.
Who gives a fuck? Just do it. I don't do it. Create life. Be a god. Be a small G god and just fucking do it.
But do you think Christ would be it for IVF?
I think I'm gonna. If I had to do it, I'd do it, bro. Because
and Jesus would probably he'd be like, "What are you doing? That's not natural. It's not doing the natural order of things."
I don't think this is natural, bro. I don't think this world is natural, bro. This world's fallen off the fucking. If you read the New Testament, the Old Testament creation story, bro, it's be fruitful, multiply is the theme, right? And as soon as they ate the fruit of the Garden of Eden, right, the knowledge of good and evil and death entered into this world, the fruitfulness and multiplication stopped, bro. This is when the evolutionary story, bro, is not that death is the king. It's fruitfulness and multiplication is the king, and that's what the Bible says. And there came a time where somehow it just ended. It just went like this, bang. And this is the thing: God's heart is for fruitful and multiplication.
But where does that end? Because like they're introducing transhumanism, like half man, half robot. Like this is Well, are you against that? I mean, like, shit. They're trying to bring that in, so I'm pretty sure God would be definitely against that. I mean,
once you start fucking around with things, you become. It's like that story of the flood, man. How the Nephilim started breeding with the women and creating giants and shit. It's like a kind of a picture of like when you start fucking around with the genetics of people and
lizards.
Yeah, you're creating lizard people. You're creating stuff. So I mean, like, I don't understand what that looks like. Like, here's a short story that's half a page long that talks about that. I don't know how that practically outworked. I'm talking about something that could be metaphorical. It could be like I was saying about the fucking multiverse. It could be like a parable that is talking about some dimension that's way off there, but somehow it's all connected. I don't know. It's a spiritual book, bro, and I think that but it's like it awakes something in your mind and imagination and your spirit and your heart, and you're like, it's kind of cool. There's some fucking truth or lessons in there if you follow that train of thought.
Well, I definitely agree that people, need to find their right mate, their right. Do you believe in fate, that you are made for one particular woman out there in the world, and she's the one for you, and everyone else is not right?
I don't know about that, bro.
Well, because I've heard that that's a theory.
I think that's from the Greeks, bro. The Greeks believe that you'll like have a soulmate. You're like one creation,
a soulmate,
split into two, and out there's like your other half. That's in Greek mythology, kind of thing.
What are your chances of finding her though? Like,
pretty fucking rare. I don't believe in it, bro. I think you need to like do what you need to look at. We need to all look at our family tree, and you're like, oh, there's the family tree. and like, oh, here I am, I'm out here, and I have my parents and grandparents, and the family tree's growing, and here I am, and I'm enjoying life now in history, and I get to participate in this fucking amazing thing.
Yeah.
And what are you going to do? You're going to end the family tree? Is it going to stop with us?
No.
Or are you going to be like, thank fuck for my family tree. Look at my ancestors. Look what they've done. Look through history. They've experienced our time in history. Now is mine. I'm going to experience. I'm going to continue my family tree. It's not going to stop. I'm not going to snuff out my family tree. That's what we all need to do.
I don't think that monogamy is like like
monogamy.
Faith. There's like no fate or anything like that. But the reason that since we were like cavemen and started actually becoming into like a more sociable group and like evolving as people was when we were originally back in the Ice Age and all that sort of thing. There was no concept of partnership or marriage sort of thing. It was just like any man will have sex with any woman and that sort of thing. But as time passed, our brains evolved to actually understand the endorphins that go off when you like fall in love with someone. So,
or you have standards.
Yeah. So when that sort of thing started happening, instead of just like one alpha male having sex with all of the other women in the group, it became a more spread out thing where it would just be like a man and a woman together sort of thing, and they would have a contractual bond. Before that, it was
wasn't there something also about like if the man didn't like, so there's the thing of like men, if you had a sex with a woman and had a baby, there was like the idea you'd be like, it's like having a stepdad. There's no maternal instinct because it's not genetically yours. You know, there could be like a stolen generation thing where like the kid actually gets neglected. It's like the thing is, so it's like more beneficial to have. There is benefits of monogamy, especially when it comes to like property rights. And this is the thing, even if you go, here's the thing: have you read the book of the Cave of Treasures? It's like a story of Adam and Eve when they get kicked out of the Garden of Eden. They go into a cave, bro. It's called the Cave of Treasures. I'm all for the caveman. I think it's true. That it's kind of biblical. The Cave of Treasures. Look that shit up. It's
who wrote it?
It's like a cultural stories that were handed down. You know,
if it's
like
not biblical, then what?
It's not historical. It's not canonized, but it's fucking interesting to read.
Okay.
It records like the first time they eat outside of the Garden of Eden, like the first time they have to take a shit and everything. It's amazing.
The whole original kind of way that our human society worked was that we would be in groups, kind of like the same way that groups of like lions would work out, where like all of the lionesses would take care of the one child. We originally started off as there was no such thing as really monogamy, and then the whole group would take care of the child. But as that happened, now
we're devolved, and the government's taking care of everyone, and then you're having you look at the African American population.
But if you look at
African Americans, have got like 75% kids born to single mothers, and it's just like de-evolution, bro. It's not working.
But
it's like society breakdown. So like maybe.
So with that, our society wasn't, well, the society then wasn't growing because there was only a select amount of alpha males that were having all of the women and all of the children.
Did it create inbreeding and like de-evolution?
No, not so much.
Natural selection, mate.
It was kind of all of the men and women were responsible to take care of the children. So the beta males and the lower class males that couldn't get the women in those times would neglect doing anything like that and hunting and gathering and all that sort of thing because they didn't have that urge to. Whereas
they didn't have maternal instinct. They had no fucking.
Yeah, but if you're faced with the concept of either shagging,
boys, I'm gonna have to fucking go.
But if
do you want me to,
this,
do you want me to leave and let you guys keep
chatting? I want to say one more thing. Like, if you're faced with the idea of either shagging Clementine Ford or Megan Fox or Charlize Theron, I mean, natural selection is gonna say, right, I want her, not her. She's way better than her. You know what I mean? That's how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
You can tell just by the health of someone. Like, no one's going to be attracted to some obese bitch who doesn't look after herself.
There you go.
Or dude. Like,
but
you have to fucking look, at least have... And I think there's like this thing, man. You have to have a certain amount of, you know, it's like Jordan Peterson says, treat yourself like you're someone you care about. If you ain't looking after yourself, you're a fucking evil as fuck person. If you can't even care for yourself, you're a real piece of shit, I reckon. If I see some real fat cunt who doesn't look after himself, I think, God, man, you don't even care about yourself. I feel like giving them some advice and being like, bro, I come live with me for a week and I think I could help you.
Well, hang on. That's half the population of America because they're all fat cunts.
I think we're fatter than Ipswich is the fattest place on earth, bro, where I live. That's it. We're the fattest effers on earth. All right, boys. Well, let's fucking wrap this shit up. I'm glad I got my shirt. I could almost...
What about Lacey?
Lacey's fucking gone, mate. You reckon I could, like, not wear my hat when I wear the shirt?
Put it back on. You look weird without it.
You could add her and we could keep going, or if you...
There's only 17 people watching.
Dusty, do you wear that gay hat at work?
I wear it 24/7, bro. Nah, don't be joking, you silly cunt. It's never been washed, bro. It's got like sweat stains on it.
Ooh.
You know, it's one thing we
when I wear it to rallies during the daytime, I fucking sweat like a pig in this hat, eh? I'm gonna chuck it in the wash. I thought while I have my shirt, I'm gonna chuck that in the wash probably tomorrow. And then hopefully, like, if it's not dry, I can just wear my shirt and this is the substitute for my hat. At least it's got a picture of me wearing my hat.
It should be dry.
Fair trade.
We didn't touch on today that happened 15 years ago. Do you guys know about the story of the killdozer in America?
No. What's that?
So there was this guy. He was an owner of a welding company, and he worked there. The government spinning off his area and trying to sell his land for another concreting company. So he was hassling with the having like arguments with them and hassling with them and all this sort of stuff. But what he ended up doing was he bought like a massive bulldozer. He made armor plating, like with concrete in between it, covered this whole bulldozer with all of these armored plating, had gun turrets out the sides of it. He also had
looking this shit up.
Oh, dude, it was 15 years ago, either today or tomorrow.
What the
Just look up killdozer. His name was Marvin Hamier. But
I'm reading this tomorrow. Here it is. Yeah. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
What?
The killdozer.
He basically got pushed to the point where he was just like, nah, this is enough. He built this thing in like a year.
Yeah.
It was basically an impenetrable tank. And then he drove that through the town, destroying like the town center, like lawyers. Like it was 13 buildings that got destroyed that were all linked to the same people that were trying to take over his land and build like through passes and stuff from his work. He caused $7 million damage. So the only reason he didn't end up like getting the other thing was
did he pay for it?
When he got into the dozer, he sealed himself in, so there was no way of him to get out. He had cameras pointing out so he could see where he could go and all that sort of thing. So he was planning on not getting out of it.
Yeah,
like a suicide.
Yeah, basically he drove through a bunch of different buildings, just plowing through everything. They were almost going to call in the army and
just bomb the
teams, and they were actually considering like bombing him because nothing could get through with like bullets or anything like that. He ended up getting stuck on a certain area, like a fire hydrant or something like that, and then he ended up just shooting himself in the face, ending it there, and that was about it. Like, but it was,
and that's all she wrote.
And this is in America, right?
Yeah, that was in America. You can
land
look
of
up.
The fucking free and the brave, eh?
Yeah,
and the crazy.
All this wild shit happens over there.
Yeah, and no one was hurt. Like,
how come this isn't on the fucking news?
Oh, there's been like a few little articles about it, but it was 15 years ago.
Today.
Because the lizards don't want us to know. Yeah.
Yeah. Either today or yesterday.
The lizards don't want us to know.
I'm reading this article tomorrow. I'm going to read this to the world. I'll make sure the world knows about the killdozer. It sounds like a fucking epic tale that needs to be told.
It was, he didn't
like that shut down and they don't monetize me. Because, like, I think when they put your channel on review, they're going to rewatch all my videos. They're a fair whack. And they're going to be like, ooh, fucking Dusty's talking about the killdozer. You know what I mean?
I think it probably
conspiracies,
like keywords and stuff like that. Like if you forgot,
like lizard, they probably look up lizard people.
And Uden.
Blair Cottrell, lizard people.
Sherman Burgess.
Fucking, they'll look up all this shit. Anyway, guys, thanks for a fucking another mad thirsty Thursday. I've been drinking this fucking moonshine.
What subs you're up to at the moment, Dusty?
Hardcore,
Can you check that?
I should have 10,000.
Oh, you're a filthy fucking animal, mate. 1629.
All right,
1,629.
Once we get to 1776, we're gonna have a big America fuck yeah.
I'm definitely getting demonetized. Nah, I'm not monetized.
1776 will be the big hangout.
Americana. All right, boys. Thanks for another fucking awesome Thursday. Hope everyone enjoyed it.
Bye, lizard.
A whole lot of shit. Great fucking fun. We'll see you next week, eh?
Give me a pinger.
I'll do one. If I don't do another one tomorrow, I probably won't do one tomorrow. I'll do one on Saturday morning after Revenge of this. So
gay.
Then fucking Saturday.
Nah, gay.
I'll try to get Mersh on. I'm trying to get Mersh on.
I'll jump on next Thursday or next time you have a group one on. I'll hop in here and.
I'm trying to get Matt. Is it Maddie's Modern Life? I think he might be on here next week.
Really?
Yeah, hopefully.
I'll have a yarn with him if he wants. Yeah.
Aren't you going on his fucking show this Tuesday?
Apparently, yeah.
When you're on there, say Dusty wants you on Thursday.
Okay, I will.
I emailed him or having a chat on email today. So
that's if our fucking channels are still up.
I know, and then we're gonna have to fucking stay posted to my Telegram, people. There was a link in this, so just follow my Telegram and bloody. We're never gonna give up. We're never gonna fucking stop. We're gonna keep
fighting, Dusty.
We're gonna keep going to all these different platforms. We're on the process of pretty much creating our own fucking social media called the slateboard.com, and then Slateboard TV's coming soon. So if all else fails, we'll be on our own social media app. So fuck the world.
There's others out there, so you'll be right, mate.
Yeah, we'll be right.
We'll find a way.
Jesse Lee Peterson.
Alrighty. What's he doing?
Oh, who cares?
Did he get demonetized, Jesse Lee Peterson?
Yeah, he did.
He got demonetized. His channel's still up, but it's demonetized.
Yeah.
So it's the golden one. You know the golden one? The one who's...
message.
Anyway, boys, thanks again, and I'll fucking... Saturday.
This is a channel dedicated to how magnificent and glorious I am. That's the golden one.
That cunt. Did he get demonetized?
Yeah, he got demonetized.
Did he? He's a fucking dickhead, eh?
He's a cunt, eh?
He should have a shirt like this, mate.
Yeah.
What a fucking stupid cunt. You know what I mean? This is reality, mate. This is what your real life looks like, you fucking liar. Mate, he's spewing poison as bad as fucking Hollywood, that cunt. Wake up, mate. This is it.
Dusty Bogan Shando.
All right, boys. Catch us later.